sit by myself, talking to the moon.
Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Yeah. 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 Ooh, yeah. Come for the. Yeah. Pull up for certain. Yeah. Come set the mood. Yeah. You come like sunshine. Yeah. Come meet the moon. Baby, gon' find so fine, Mike. Hey. Ooh, yeah. Come for the. Yeah. Pull up for certain. Yeah. Come set the mood. Yeah. You come like sunshine. Yeah. Come meet the moon. Baby, gon' find so fine, Mike. Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Yeah. 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 Pull up. You wanna spend racks? Pull up. Pull up. You wanna spend racks? Pull up. Change ways. No, I've been broke no once but twice. This I will get paid. Change ways. No, I've been broke no once but twice. This I be so fame. Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Yeah. Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Yeah. Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Yeah. Pull up the thing, gon' turn up.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Home court advantage goes to the Mavericks, playing here in the American Airlines Center. It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Doncic outside. To the middle, trying to find Irving. He's got it now. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George.
Kyrie, certainly one of the craftiest players in the league with the ball in his hands. Just a nightmare to defend, especially in space.
And you knew things were going south for Irving and the Nets when they couldn't agree on a contract. He was eventually traded and is a big talent boost to this team. And Kyrie... still has all the talent in the world, even if it comes with some risk.
Here's Leonard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. And he banks in the layup.
And that's the way to close. Once Doncic has this type of look, game over.
George with the ball. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's the Clippers ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Back to Irving. Pass to Wood. Another shot. And Covington sends it back.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Doncic. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Leonard. McGee with the block. Outside Irving. Doncic outside. The 3. And they get it back. A second chance effort. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Left side, George. George double team. Pass to Powell. Launches it. It's rebounded by Doncic. Not a fast start for the Mavericks. Trailing by 4.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. George with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Wood with the block.
Man, an aggressive block there by Wood. He's not going to shy away from competing defensively.
Leonard with the steal. Leonard on the wing. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. In the corner, Powell with it. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's Doncic. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Hardin-era Rockets.
Outside, Covington. Off target from outside. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Now, here is George. He has 5. Pass to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. He doesn't hit that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Irving from long range. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Now Covington. And Leonard has it in the corner. From 17 feet out. That shot no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 5. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Brett, you were a pretty versatile player. Which of your skills was the most difficult to master?
Well, I think going inside and finishing, going in over big physical guys who could either block your shot or, send you to the deck pretty quick. So going in and having confidence to finish around the basket is certainly a skill. When you think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key point. Oh, man, fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And Doncic, here we go.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. A three from Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in.
It's close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The kick out to Irving. Pass to Doncic. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
And those assist numbers have always been there for Kyrie, spotting an open teammate that time.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And George gets it to go. 9 points for George.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Inside, Doncic with the steal. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Right side, Irving. Driving inside. And it's blocked by Covington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Here's Wood. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Out to Doncic. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. Pass to Wood. Outside Hardaway. Doncic looking it over. Here's Wood. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And then George with the jam.
Well, Paul George demonstrating how elite he can be. It's a little tricky that time. I love it.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Back to Leonard. Here's George. 11 points in the game. Nice D from Doncic. Irving can't get it to go.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA. Well, we've seen teams go all in to acquire Kawhi Leonard. Easy to see why. He just changes the course of a franchise. Any team he's on legitimately has a chance to win a title.
Irving double team. They kick it out to Green. Hands it from downtown. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to George. Back to Leonard. McGee with the block. Right side, Irving. McGee with it. Back to Irving. Lets it go with the three. They kick it out to Green. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Covington. The shot's good on the assist by George. Covington's got his first points in this one.
Covington will hit threes. He'll go down low and mix it up a bit too.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Now George. He gets it up. And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers ahead. Up by 3. To step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Los Angeles leading by 3.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
He doesn't get the second one. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Wood. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Doncic from the arc. That's not going to go for him. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11. And George gets it to go.
Well, these nights where he just decides to start dominating offensively, and Paul George making it look like that tonight.
And he comes up with the deuce. Doncic has got 13 points.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is. Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking the page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Doncic outside. Nice move. And Covington sends it back. Left side, Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Kawhi rising up and bringing that one down.
Mavericks trailed by 8. Here's Doncic. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Outside for George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Here's Dallas. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message, and they're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here's Irving. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
You just never know where the shots are going to come from Kyrie on the inside. So creative with his finishes.
Outside, Green. For the 3. IT that time from Leonard. Pass to Covington. Back to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And Covington has proven to be a team player, willing to share it.
Mavericks trailed by 8. Here's Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Robert Covington picks one up. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Leonard. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And Paul George had great position that time. An easy deuce.
Back to Doncic. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
The Clippers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Powell with the steal. To the inside. Here's Covington. Tries again. Pass to Powell. Outside for George. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. George has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Here's Wood. Second shot opportunity. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers lead by 10.
38.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Doncic. On the wing, Irving. And Covington sends it back. The kick out to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Kyrie does a great job of using the shot fake, really sells it that time, and then goes straight at contact.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. George looking around. Takes it out to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Back to George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Trains the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Well, if you look up 3 and D in the dictionary, you might see a photo of Robert Covington. He's bringing that spacing to his offense.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Irving. To the paint. Stolen by Zubac. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. There's Covington. Outside for George. Offline with his 3. Mavericks trail by 12. Dallas again turning it over. And the Clippers have possession. Pass to Powell. Outside for George. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20-10 guy, but now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
Dallas making a switch here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thanks, David. And you hear about impacting winning? How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Robert Covington picks one up.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
That free throw good from Doncic. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Doncic, here we go.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
At the line for Dallas, Luka Doncic, taking 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Clippers leading by 6. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George just quick and smooth that time coming down the lane.
Back to Irving. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yet way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Dallas now running out of time. Here's Doncic. On the wing, Irving. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And George, here we go. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Mavericks trail by 10. And here's Doncic from the arc. Powell pulls it in.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
Rabbit out of hat.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They lead by 11. Outside Leonard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Second personal foul.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
That bucket in no time at all.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Leonard with the bucket.
Once Leonard gets some wiggle room down there, with his broad shoulders, he figures out how to execute and knock it down.
Right side, Irving. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and